Hi, my name is Rick Reitz. I'm Director of Consulting Services at DMC. Today I'd like to introduce you to some of the features of Office 365 in a little bit more detail. Hopefully you watched my previous video introducing you to Office 365 in the cloud. This is going to take a deeper dive into some of the features of Office 365. First of all, why would anybody consider upgrading to what's known as the new Office, Office 365? First off, if you have an old server, maybe a server that's 4 or more years old, typically that's probably one that's due for replacement, and Office 365 is a great way to replace that server in a cost-efficient way. Also, perhaps you're growing. You've added additional employees, and you need a new server to take on the extra capacity that you need to support within your IT infrastructure. That's another situation that's great for Office 365. Perhaps you've adopted too many different technologies and those technologies aren't working well together. Office 365 is a great way to address that. Everything contained within the Office 365 platform was designed to work together, so it works together really, really well. And finally, you might be using the old Office, maybe as far back as Office 2003. Perhaps your desktops are all running Windows XP. As many of you have probably heard, both of those go out of service next year. They reach their end of life on April 8th, 2014. So if nothing else, if you are faced with that situation, I think Office 365 is a very cost-efficient way to set up kind of a new blueprint to establish your new infrastructure moving forward. So what's included in Office 365? First off, you have the Office desktop suite that you're all familiar with, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, among others. So these are the full versions of the client applications. They'll run on your PC just like they always have, but they've also introduced the ability to run those applications inside of a browser. So you can run it on all different kinds of devices. They also will allow you to install it on up to 5 different devices. So they could be at home, they could be at work. So really it's fantastic value. Secondly, you have the SharePoint Online features. SharePoint is usually used to share documents, to create an intranet, to collaborate on projects. You can also do workflows to improve the efficiency of different activities that your business performs. And you can also do dashboards, so you can measure the health of how your business is doing based on key performance indicators. There's also Exchange Online. That's email. Email doesn't have to change. If you're using Outlook today, you'll be able to use Outlook in the future. It's just the back end of that is what has changed, and you're basically going to move that server off of your server on premise into the Office 365 cloud that's managed by Microsoft. And finally, we have Lync Online. Lync Online is actually something not that many people are familiar with, but it provides you with the ability to instantly start virtual meetings. They could be instant messaging, you could share desktops, they could be video conferencing, and they could just be audio, your choice. But really it's an instant way in which you can collaborate with other people on your team. And just recently, Microsoft added Microsoft CRM Online to the Office 365 platform as well. So if you need to track sales, you need to track contacts, you need to track all those interactions and opportunities and how your salespeople are doing and interacting with people, CRM Online is a great solution for that as well. So as I mentioned before, you'll be able with Office 365 to access your documents pretty much from anywhere on just about any device. It could be a Mac or a PC, it could be a tablet, it can even be a mobile smartphone. With SharePoint, you'll be able, if you have an internet connection, you'll be able to get to your documents from anywhere, anytime. You can download Office anywhere, anytime. So let's say you're at your parents' house and they don't have the latest, greatest version of Office. You can actually stream Office to that PC. It happens in just a couple minutes and you'll be up and running. When you're finished, you can close down the Office application that you're working with and no trace of the documents you've been working on will be left behind. It's also true of if you're at an office, at a hotel and you need to use their temporary computer, you could stream Office to that as well. As I mentioned, the Office suite is also available via a browser. So basically you can fire up Internet Explorer, Firefox, Chrome, Safari, any of them, and you can run Word, Excel, and PowerPoint inside the browser. Pretty much every quarter, Microsoft is releasing new features for the Office web apps. And these web apps are now coming pretty close to on par with the full desktop suite. So look for that to continue in the future. In addition to the Office web apps, we have the Lync suite. Lync, again, is what you'll use to do instant messaging, desktop sharing, video conferencing, audio conferencing. All these features are available really with just the click of a button. You select the person that you'd like to have your meeting with, and you can instantly start collaborating with them. A new feature that's an Office 365 exclusive is the ability to be able to share documents instantly with people outside your organization. So if you're working with various partners or vendors, with one click you can hit the share button and you'll instantly be able to send them a quick email. It'll include a link and they can access the document that you'd like them to access. This is essentially kind of like many people are familiar with Dropbox, and this kind of brings that feature into SharePoint Online. So really a lot of organizations will find that to be a tremendous benefit. Microsoft has also introduced some social features into the SharePoint Online experience. So think of it kind of like Facebook for the enterprise. You can keep tabs on what other people are doing. You can start various communities, have people join, discuss topics, stay abreast of comments people are making on different topics, documents they've posted, comments they've made, all those types of things. So really the social media features are kind of brought within your four walls through the Office social features. In addition to the social features, project management has really been built up into a full enterprise class system. You'll be allowed to more easily manage your teams. There are now team site mailboxes, so you can very easily just forward an email to your team site mailbox, and everybody on your team who has permissions will be able to view those emails. You can set up alerts as well, so when new information is posted, people can be notified that new information has been posted to your team site. In addition, they've introduced the timeline view, and that makes it a lot easier, I think, for people to visualize exactly what tasks are due at what time. So I think a lot of people find that to be a big benefit. Office 365 also has anti-malware, anti-spam. So a lot of the things you're usually paying extra to maintain in your own environment, Office 365 includes at no extra charge. In addition, the Office 365 suite has introduced some mobile security measures as well. So you can enforce people to have pins on their smartphones in order to access their email. You can force strong passwords. In addition, if somebody loses their smartphone, you can actually wipe the email data remotely from a central admin console. The new Office 365, also with the Office 2013 suite, you can run that on your desktop alongside Office 2010. So if you've invested heavily in maybe some custom macros or some crazy Excel spreadsheet, you don't have to rewrite that and port it to 2013. You can continue to run Office 2010 alongside of Office 2013. And another thing, Office 365 includes all of the business continuity features. So all the data that you store within the cloud is replicated on another geographically redundant server site. So in the case that the cloud system that you're directly storing data to goes down for some reason, a natural disaster, that data is replicated to another data center in another part of the country. So you can rest assured that that backup process is typically more robust than most organizations have in place today. If you're interested in learning more about Office 365, please contact DMC. We're a Microsoft Gold partner, very familiar with Office 365, Azure, SharePoint, Microsoft CRM, as well as custom application development and system integration using the .NET platform. Welcome a chance to work with you and your organization. Thanks.